So Dr. Lia Naor, it is a great pleasure to be here. You created this Merhav Marpe, which in Hebrew I guess means healing space.
Yeah.
And it's a very unique setup. I think you organized it within a few days of the tragedy on October 7th.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about what we see here and what you've done?
What you're seeing now is the entrance to healing space. So anybody that feels that the incidents on the 7th of October or was traumatized by those incidents and needs a healing space is welcome to come here. Right now we're working with the people that were at the massacre, at the party, and the ones that are close to them. That's about 4,000 young people, and we're also working with their brothers, sisters, parents, and spouses.
What is the type of emotional harm that they may have been affected with?
So what happens here is that people that went through such a traumatic event and felt very helpless and lost trust because nobody was there. The parents didn't come, the soldiers didn't come, the police didn't come.
They were there on their own for 12 hours,
They were there on their own
sometimes
for
longer.
hours and hours and hours on the phone saying, come, help. There was nobody there. We wanted them to come to a place that could bring them trust back in the goodness of people, in people that would see them in Am Yisrael, in the country, in their bodies, come back to trust. And in order to heal that helplessness, when they come in, we say, welcome. This is the welcome desk. So when you come in, we ask them, what do you need today? Is it to just be? Is it to sit with people? Is it to talk to a psychologist? Is it to be touched? To have body therapy? And we have so many different opportunities here, but we want them to answer the question. So instead of the people that come here are not the people that would call on hotline. They're not the people that they would go to their parents' psychologist. They're the people that if there wasn't this place, they would still be at home. And we still get people. Last week we still had 80 people that left their house for the first time.
Who were at the concert.
Who were at the party.
And they've been so emotionally upset that they couldn't
even
leave their home.
the house. And the people,
These are all young people.
These are all young people, and the people that came at the first day, they were shadows of people. Their eyes were, there was no light. There was no life in them. There was death on them. We just saw people that were dark shadows.
You look in their eyes and you don't see anything.
It was horrific. On the first 2 weeks, it was, for many of them, it was the first time they could eat. It was the first time they could digest. After coming, they said it was the first time they could sleep. And slowly they gave a lot of trust in that we were there for their good. And I told them the amount of evil that you have felt in that massacre, we are going to shower you with so much good that you won't know what to do with it. And that's what we've been doing here for the past almost 5 weeks. You know, there's no way to fight darkness but to bring light. That's the only way. That's what we're doing.
I hear soft music in the background over here. I see gentle touch therapy over there.
Right, but before that we have food. We're Jews, don't forget, okay?
Everybody is a volunteer. The therapists also are all volunteering?
Everybody's a volunteer. From top
and some of them are leaving their regular clients from which they earn money to come and volunteer for free.
Yeah, we have all closed our clinics. I closed my clinics, I stopped teaching, everything is on hold. And some of those volunteers, I'll tell you about one of them, the one who sculpts with the people here. I saw him carrying the clay last week, and I stopped and I said, I'm so sorry, but can I pay you at least for the clay? And he said to me, do you think I would let you take away from my mitzvah? So I have people doing body work here for 7-8 hours a day, and at the end of the day, they come to me to say thank you.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I tell you, as I said, there's something very miraculous about that. I think there's something very Jewish about that, and something uniquely Israeli about it. In this case, the Israelis have something to teach world Jewry on It's
Yeah.
just this eruption of national unity
Yeah.
and of love and concern.
Yeah.
You know, Israelis don't always show this kind of
Yeah.
touchy-feely
Right.
spirit
Right. Right.
superficially,
Yeah.
you know, but deep
Yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
the most passionate
Yeah.
people and the most loving people.
Totally.
Hi, Ami.
How's it going?
I'm a rabbi in New York.
Ah, nice. Well done.
Well, yeah, no, thank you. Were you at the trance party?
No, I
Or
wasn't.
you wouldn't?
I'm here doing therapy work. I'm doing the.
Are you-
Sound healing.
You're a volunteer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. In a couple of sentences, what is sound therapy?
Sound therapy means that you lay down on the ground and we put. It's called the force resonance instruments, between like Tibetan bowls, Tibetan singing bowls, or didgeridoo, which is a big pipe that we play with. And also, I create some kind of loop that create this space with my guitar, and then people just lay down. And the idea is that you kind of slow down their brain frequencies.
So you relax, and do you forget your troubles?
Definitely.
Yeah.
First of all, it's kind of, we have two nervous systems in the body. We have the sympathetic and the parasympathetic system. And it engages the parasympathetic system, which means it kind of releases you from the fight or flight mechanism that pulls the adrenaline out. So you really have to calm you down, people relax. We have people here that fell asleep the first time after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. I'd like to do that. I've never done sound
You
therapy.
should.
And
I think you
I
should.
live under a lot of tension in New York. First of all, it's a very tense place. And secondly, to be a congregational rabbi, I love it, by the way, whoever's watching, but it's very
Sure.
anxiety provoking. So I need to try this
You need
sound
to.
therapy.
You're welcome. We're doing it in 15 minutes.
Okay, we have 15 minutes.
I'll
for
do it. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So what are you doing here?
So Pninit came also from up north and brought these bowls and cups, and they broke them.
Purposely broke
And
them.
now they're putting the pieces, the broken pieces together.
And that they broke your heart. So you're trying to put the pieces back together. That's very beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at this work. And some pieces can't be put back together, so we fill them up with gold.
Wow. And you purposely leave a gap here.
Some of them
Yeah.
just are crumbled. You can't put it all back together. It'll be
Yeah.
different. We'll all be different.
Yeah. I find that to be a very profound statement, you know, that we deal with a lot of people who deal with loss. And I don't think you're ever the same after somebody you love dies. But you are able to put the pieces back.
And you'll be something new,
Yeah.
different.
And you find a place of equilibrium in a different place.
And this is what we're doing with them on a higher scale.
That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. You think that one day people will look back at what's been created here and they'll write papers about it, and maybe there'll be new modes of therapy for people that people didn't think about
I
before.
think we're making history. And it's not only about therapy, because everybody is traumatized. And that emotional space, if we don't get it in time in a way that's right, we're going to have suicides, addictions,
Yeah.
deaths,
Yeah.
alimut,
Violence.
violence in a way that we won't even start to understand here in the land of Israel. So I think this is not only saving us now, this could be so important and helpful in the future. We already have opened 2 more healing spaces, one in Jerusalem, one in Eilat. And our vision is to have in every community a place that if you feel you need to come to and be held and be healed back to your wholeness, that there will be a space that can do that for you in a way that's eclectic, in a way that's very professional, but in a way that's also very loving and holding and soft.
I want to thank you personally for taking the time, also for your vision and your love for individual people, but also for humanity. Know that American Jews are very proud of what you and Israel are doing, and I hope that a lot of people, thousands of people, see this and that they find an opportunity to help you out and to participate in this world Jewish effort.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Thank you for supporting us. And just thank you for any support in any different ways that we can get to keep this going. It's been 5 weeks. We're on air still, on love or on air. But we need the earth and we need to build our place. This is a wedding hall. We're moving next week to a ground that we got, but we need to build a new home.
Because this is normally a place, it's a famous place where Israelis have wedding parties.
Right.
Now nobody's having a party. Lots of
Right.
people are getting married,
Right.
but it's very modest.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to need to move
But next
to
week
another
there are
place.
weddings here
Ah.
because life goes on.
Yes.
So we found,
That's beautiful
Yeah.
to hear.
so I think it's like anybody who wants to take participation in having a stone in that kind of mikdash, because this is Kiddush Hashem more than anything I've ever known.
Thank
It's
you
an
very
honor.
much.
Thank you. And don't forget the kids playing ball because that's life. That's life. And we're going to go on living.